Hey guys, LaMonster here, LaMonster Garage, and we're going to do just a little updated video on our Magic Mirrors. This is a product that was actually developed in Australia. The guy did a really good job of it. His execution of it was done very well. We had considered making something similar before this, but the guy that came up with this just did such a great job that we wound up approaching him, and we bought the company Magic Mirrors. So if you see anybody else out there, it's not a Magic Mirror, it's a knockoff from here. So we're just going to show you how the install goes. For expedience sake, I went ahead and did a lot of prep work. I'm just going to show you the one plate that we're going to stick on. Couple of points that we're going to go over. One thing, the magnets are super strong and they want to just jump, and they'll come with these little washer spacers that separates them, and I usually just take a Phillips screwdriver and pop them loose one at a time, keep them out of the way of each other. They are prone to suicide. They want to jump to each other and just blow up. So you've been warned. Keep the magnets away from each other, because they will. They're very brittle. It's a very strong magnet, a rare earth magnet, but they will break. If they grab each other, they will break 99% of the time. So one of the other things that comes up, several things come up on the internet, that we want to go over. One is we have, our kits are a 6-magnet kit, basically 3 on each side. For a while there, we were selling a 4-magnet kit. The problem is we did have a couple of them actually fail, where the mirror had fallen off, and we couldn't figure out why. Well, what we learned was this particular, we actually got one in here and we got to see this top clip here that normally would go like so. Oops, I got it backwards. Let's see. Which way does it go? Here. No, not that way, just like that. So anyway, this one here is basically where the clip comes down on this particular pin, and that's what locks it in. And it sounds like a really good idea. The problem is if it's brand new, you can probably get away with 4 magnets. If you've been doing any maintenance at all, this will actually wear out. And if you look at the plastic, it's very thin, and it will get sloppy, it will crack, it will chip, and it'll no longer hold the top of the mirror properly. So we went back to a 6-magnet kit, 3 on each side. It's not because we want to make more money on you. That's not the case at all. We just want something that's not going to give you problems down the road. The other thing was lanyards. The lanyards originally came with the kit, then they didn't come with the kit, then they came with the kit, and then they got phased out. By the time we had bought the company, the lanyards got phased out completely. We've come up with a real easy solution if that's a concern of yours, and we'll show you on the install. So basically what we're doing is we're replacing these plastic clips. These are the ones on the bottom that lock into these little pins here. Very violent. That's why this kit is actually needed. Anything you want to do on the Spyder, on the RT, you got to pull the mirrors. You want to change the oil, got to pull the mirrors. You want to service your air cleaner, got to pull the mirrors. I mean, basically, it's a part that is getting abused all the time, and every time I go to knock that mirror out, I'm worried I'm going to break a clip. And typically what happens is these clips will bend. Matter of fact, this is a brand new bike. It's got just over 2,000 miles on it, and as you can see, the the clip is bent, so it's not going to hold properly. So that's why we do that. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and install this. So you got these here are you'll have 4 of these, and they are a universal. They'll work at the bottom of all the mirrors. You will have a left and right on these here, so just be aware of that. And we're going to go ahead and throw that on here real quick. And then you always, when you're doing these, you want to go ahead and get the screws started in both holes before you crank it down. That way you got a little play, because they do move a little bit. So and I gotta tell you, this is one of those products that it's just so ingenious, so simple but ingenious. Can you make them your own? Yeah, you probably can, but they won't be plated. They'll be hand cut. So these are all precision. Okay, so that's basically all you got. Left or right mirror, it's all the same. You're just replacing all these little plastic tabs, inserts with steel inserts, and that's what the magnet's going to go to. So I'm going to go ahead and run this over here. And once again, I will stress, when I was putting these on, I had them in this little box all separated so they can't jump together. You're going to want to do the same thing. And we'll go ahead and pull this top one off here. There's also another post that a rumor, or whatever you want to call it, says that you have to remove the magnets to get the panels off. That's not the case. You should be able to slide them right out. So we got that pulled, and as you'll see, it will come. The kits will come with washers. So this little white washer that goes on the screw head, and then the black washer, it goes on the back of the magnet. And you're going to want to do these one at a time, because if you pull them all loose at the same time, it will actually, well, it just moves around. The other thing on the magnet, and it happens on the right side, not so much on the left side, but if you have are still using the analog gauges, and it tends to, if it pegs out the gauge, what you're going to want to do is take this magnet off, the top one, flip it over, because it has a polarity, and flip it over and the gauge should drop back down. If you want to eliminate the analog gauges, you have to pull the wires off both gauges on each side, and then it goes to a digital fuel gauge and digital temp gauge, and it's actually more accurate than the analog. So that's kind of what we recommend. Then from here, you're just basically gonna plug this in like so. And what we like to do is, just as a little safety precaution, is we'll run a zip tie through here. So it goes through the wires, through this little clip, and we'll run it back into itself. And basically this is making your own lanyard. Is it needed? Probably not, but it does give you a level of confidence that you're not going to have any issues, and it gives you something to pull on. So just stick that in the hole. If you got extra wiring, lighting on here, might be a little bit difficult, but now all you're going to want to do is just make sure these holes line up to where it goes over the screw head. And when watching that other one. So just like that. So, I mean, that's tight. Knocks out all the vibration in your mirror. I mean, I can literally shake the bike with the mirror now. So you go to take it off. I usually just pull it up from the bottom. You go to put it back on. It kind of just puts itself back on. So anyway, Magic Mirrors, one of the best products out there for the Spyder RT for maintenance. Those that are doing your own maintenance, your mechanic will love you too if you have them on there. Anything else that you see out there is not a Magic Mirror. Magic Mirror is the original, and by design, it works well. We have hundreds of them out there, and it's one of our best-selling products. So check it out. Just go to lamonstergarage.com and click on the RT drop down and look for Magic Mirrors, or give us a call. The phone number's on top of the website. That's it. Thanks, guys.